Hello, Infinite Magicraid community, Flaery here. Today we are back with another hero review. We'll be doing Elise, the new faction girl. Now, on paper, she did seem pretty strong, but in actual gameplay, she's a little bit disappointing. Now, the requirements for her build are pretty high, and I wouldn't recommend going for her as an early game player, or even a mid game player, or even an end game player. You need to actually hit 240 effect hit on her to kind of use her echo, or at the very minimum you need to hit 200 effect hit so you can negate the damage you're taking in PvP, mostly because this one is excluding boss. Now, why does she feel so weak? Well, first of all, she's bringing speed down, which is not very useful nowadays because all bosses are immune to speed down, and in PvP it doesn't do much, honestly, in the current meta. She's also bringing Hypnotize, but we all know Hypnotize is not good because it breaks 2 damage. The damage immunity is very nice if she gets to cast it on a crowd control immune unit, so in that regard it's very nice in PvE against bosses, but she does not provide heals and only shields, and her resonance is a little hard to do. For example, if you want to use her in a bleed team, the only bleed control unit that we have right now is Valentina, so she would be the only one giving resonance points to Elise with her S4 only, so 1 resonance point. So yeah, that would be hard to do. This is also reducing turn meters, so against bosses, especially in Lulu, you cannot reduce the boss turn meters. Now, this one is very good in PvP. Dot damage taken, really nice to have, but Elise is really not a mandatory unit. I would say not for most people, at least. For the top end game players, I would say she is worth it, but I wouldn't stress about her too much. You can try and get her, maybe if you get lucky with miracles. Yeah, that's fine. I've had to give her my Santa gear, basically my best effect hit gear. I've started working on an Arena Dominator on her just because I had the dance for a 0 star. I'm not sure this would be the best on her, we'll have to see yet. In terms of emblems, this is what I have her set up with. It's very nice. And now that we have this emblem, which is just giving us 8% effect hit right away, then we're getting some shield effect here, shield effect here, shield effect here, then the speed emblem here. The previous one here was a lot better actually, it was up to 45 speed, if I remember, and this one is just 15. Yeah. Okay, so you build her with speed, effect hit, that's about it. Her damage is really not that impressive, even if you build her full damage, I don't think she does too much. I'm still lacking good enough faction artifact pieces to mythic, so I've only got this. Obviously I can give Elise some more speed, especially when I get exclusive 4 and 5 and work on my aura. I can get her probably close to 3200 in battle or around there, we'll see. And I have to break her through further. Now she did make it into the 5v5 and into the 3v3 as an alternative to Santa here. But she doesn't bring that much, honestly, because her damage reduction from the shield is already reduced by Giselle's Echo. So we're kind of stacking it here. So she might actually be worth more in a 4th or a 15 for 5v5. I'll have to play around with that. The only good thing about her being here is she actually counters the mirror matchup, which is with Santa that we've been seeing lately. And still, Santa works very well in here. It only loses to this one in 5v5, basically. About faction aves, she did manage to let me get to 26. I know some people have cleared 27. I don't know about 28. If I do enough gear swapping, I probably can do this as well. Just I think it's just not worth wasting my tokens further. Yeah. So she's given me a couple of stages here. We'll get some more 13s here, potentially for a 1-star of the new aura or 2 0-stars. I think it might be better to go with 2 0-stars. I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't decided yet on this one. I think I'll do Panda first, 0-stars, 16%, and then maybe Freud, although I'm not using him as much anymore in 5v5. I mean, he would be nice, obviously. 16% dot damage reduction. Anyways, Elise, she's okay. I mean, she's in a way needed for the new content, for the new faction. For the Planar Rifts, we would eventually need 5 Resonance Heroes. For Lulu, we would need 5 Resonance Heroes. Which one was it? Zhongming. Wait. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So in here we would need 5 Resonance Heroes. We would get there with Boboan next week or with Sotra when we manage to clear the new conquest bosses. We'll get 1 copy Sotra, which, if I remember correctly from my review, she actually needed exclusive 1 for PvP. Yeah. Right, so at exclusive 0 she would work for PV. Yeah, you can make use of her shield with burn tag units. Well, it's not really necessary, it's only 80% more of her attack. Yeah, we'll see about that. I think it would take us a while to get to her exclusive 5, which I think is the most beneficial one for PvP. Yeah. Anyways, Elise, alright unit. I just don't know yet. Her skill 1 is really not that impressive. Doesn't do anything. Her skill 2 would have been super good about half a year ago, but nowadays it's just not that impressive, honestly. Her passive is really good. The shielding is pretty good. It's increased by her effect hit, yeah, up to 240. So it's not only for the echo, but also for the shield effect. Yeah, her passive is pretty good, definitely. And also her skill 4 is very good in PvP. And if you do manage together, she's definitely a better option than Space, and I would even say better option than Popper, as if you manage to get the 200 effect hit, you're getting a very good damage reduction here. You're negating damage basically, and also you're gaining 25% in 8 turn meter, I believe. Okay, let me see. Right, so you need to pair her with 4 other control attack units, and should gain 25% in 8 turn meter. You don't need effect hit for this. And then if you're using like an instant crowd control unit like Zio or Lydia S4, should gain 5% more. So yeah, she's pretty good in that regard. Kind of like a Sindhu. You can use a Sindhu the same way with Nasio and Lydia S4. She does have more conditions than a Sindhu, but she's definitely better than a Sindhu in that regard. Just her passive, damage reduction, dot taken, the shield that negates damage as well, and the damage immunity, speed down, and the turn meter reduction, which obviously when upgraded is a lot more. Yeah, it's 5 stages of 12% turn meter. I don't know if the first stage actually counts. I don't know, maybe it doesn't. It's a lot of turn meter reduction, so pretty good there. But in PV, really not that great, not impressive. If she had like a speed up maybe, and some form of a healing, because right now we cannot make her work in bleed team because we don't have control bleeders for her to regrant that shield. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she would still be granting shields, I guess. When Valentina goes with her S4, you would gain 1 resonance point. And you would gain 18% max HP. Yeah. As a shield. Yeah, I don't know. Overall, good unit. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Hope you found this helpful. I wouldn't recommend going for her for most of you. You're better off saving for the new limited hero that is supposed to come by the end of the year. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.